Morning. Oh, wow. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's Friday, and getting to the end of March. Still a bit cold. We still have winter, just not quite as much of it. So things are getting a little better. Yeah. Oh, sailing season starts soon. And in the meantime, catching up on a little bit of reading. Bully for Brontosaurus by Stephen Jay Gould. Good book. Very good book. In any case, a lot of people don't know the difference between communism and socialism, and they seem to think that both are religious Bolshevism. Well, we've seen religious Bolshevism. It was imposed by Stalin and perpetuated by Brezhnev. And yeah, it was useful, but very counterproductive in the long term. The problem is people think that every kind of socialism is religious Bolshevism, and it's not. Religious Bolshevism is one type of communism. Communism is 5 or 6 different types of socialism. Socialism is about 40 or 50 different ideas that cover a spectrum, and all of them are concerned with the well-being of the people, but they approach it from different directions. The only thing they have in common is that they all agree that unrestrained, unrestricted capitalism is a bad idea. And in this, they're all correct. The difference is, how do you address the issue of unrestrained, unrestricted capitalism? Do you completely abolish capitalism like religious Bolshevism does? Or do you impose rules and regulations to make capitalism less dangerous, the way that liberal socialism does? Do you impose upon capitalists the notion that they need to behave in a moral and ethical manner, the way that Christian socialism does? Yeah. These are all different variations on socialism. And while some are certainly badly thought out, others are well thought out. And they all address the same problem. That problem being unrestricted capitalism, which is a plague. Unrestricted capitalism is nothing but harm to the proletariat. And the myth that the wealth will trickle down to the poor if we just give the rich everything we own is bullshit. The rich aren't going to give us all the wealth if we just wait for it to trickle down. Trickle-down economics is bullshit. It is nonsense. The reality is that we have to have rules. And whether those rules are enforced with a bayonet, as in religious communism, or they are imposed by legislation, as they are in most other forms of socialism. It really is the same problem. How do you stop greed from being the driving force behind your society? How do you create a society in which the poor, the weak, the downtrodden, and the oppressed are able to have enough to eat and are able to have dignity and to live without fear? How do you create that? Something to think about.